So it is okay for you to date multiple guys at the same time and not feel bad about it. Hey riders, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be going over how you can date men without sleeping with them, and honestly just in general how to date men, because I feel like a lot of women, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to date. They don't know what dating actually means. And then they end up in these toxic relationships, or they end up being with someone who really they shouldn't have been with in the first place. Sometimes you have friends who are dating a guy and you're like, why are they dating them? How do they end up with them? Like, not dating, but like being with in a relationship, right? Like they end up being boyfriend and girlfriend. And it's because they don't know how to date. They go into a relationship so fast most of the time, and they just didn't know to stop themselves. Which is why I want to say, don't be afraid to date men at the same time, like multiple guys at the same time, okay? Guys do it all the time, although they are gross and they'll go even further and they're sleeping with a bunch of different girls at the same time. Give me a like if you know what I mean. Which is why I'm saying you don't have to sleep with the guy when you're dating with them, right? You're dating them. You don't even have to kiss them. I mean, literally, they will wine and dine you. You aren't even kissing them. You're not even sleeping with them. Yes, that is possible. And you know what? It is completely up to you. You are the one that is in charge. You are the one that's in control. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise, okay? So it is okay for you to date multiple guys at the same time and not feel bad about it. Yes, you're texting different guys. You are going to the movies with different guys. You are going to dinner with different guys. You are literally dating, okay? And it's okay. Now, how do you do this? Okay, you don't have to tell the guy, like, I'm not sleeping with you. It's all in your energy and in your actions and how you carry yourself and the fact that you have respect for yourself. Now, I will say that one thing that helped me is when I first moved to LA, I was 21, and I heard that Los Angeles was the #1 place in the world that had the most people with sexual diseases, right? Like, I'm talking about AIDS, like any type of sexual disease that you could think of, even herpes. That thing scared me because I'm like, you can get herpes just by kissing someone. Like, you don't even know that they have it, and you can kiss them and you can get it. So it was disgusting to me. I was like, no way, I am not gonna go through that. I am not gonna risk it. I don't want anyone near me. In fact, I want them to get tested if we are gonna do anything. I mean, it was literally that bad. I just was afraid. Just because you think someone's cute or fine or handsome, it doesn't mean you have to just let them kiss you or grab you and like sleep with them on the first night. Like, no. And the added benefit is if they know that they can't take you to bed right away, or they can't even kiss you, maybe they can hold your hand, maybe they can hug you, that kind of thing, they will want you even more. I mean, like, there's something to be said about a little bit of a chase, right? Because you are not just like pretending to be hard to get, but you actually are hard to get. It's the real thing. Give me a like if you know what I mean. You don't want to be fake either, and you don't want to be like I don't want to kiss you. Like, there's a certain way to do it to where you're still nice, you're still flirty, you can still be yourself, be fun, be smart. You know, you obviously you want them to think that, yeah, they have a chance with you. Yeah, they can potentially, you know, get in bed with you or kiss you or do whatever, but not to the point where you're just so easy and you're just like, oh my gosh, take me right away. Like, ugh, I just need someone. Like, what? No. By the way, I'm gonna be making a video on what to look for in a girl for guys, and you might want to see this video too for girls, because it'll tell you kind of like the qualities that you should have and what you should be, and like how to prepare to be that girl for that man. Okay, so I just want to talk about this for a minute. How do you know that this person is the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, right? Because let's just talk about why you would date someone. You're gonna date someone because you want companionship and affection, right? You want to go out with someone, have fun, share your secrets with, your thoughts with, just enjoy life together, right? But how are you gonna know that they are the right one if you just go for the first guy who like is nice to you and they just promise you the world. They can say sweet things to you in your ear and then you'll believe them and you're just like, oh, and the next thing you know, that's actually not the right guy for you. So what do you look for, right? You want to be attracted to that guy, to his mind, because obviously you're going to be physically attracted to them, right? They pass that first step where you're physically attracted to them because you give them a chance. Oh, he wants to take you somewhere. Okay, you're giving him a chance. But are you connecting with him like with your mind? Are you connecting with him with your spirit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it goes deeper than that. So like, if you're not connecting in that way, why go to bed with them? Why even go to second base or third base? Like, why give them that chance? And I'm gonna go over 3 things that you wanna do with them, the kind of dates you wanna have first before you even, get to those kind of bases. Okay, and the reason why I really think it's so important for you to know why you're dating in the first place is because it brings things into perspective, right? The reality of the situation is this might be the person that you spend the rest of your life with, okay? Just think about that. If you're like 18, 19 and you are already thinking you're falling in love with this guy, you love this guy so much, just understand, like, are you ready to marry this guy? What does marriage mean, right? So think about it. When you're dating and then all of a sudden you're a boyfriend and girlfriend, think about what that means, okay? It's not just fun and games. Like, I know when you're younger, it's like, it is fun and games, right? Which is why I do think that at some point, sure, you've probably been in a relationship or 2. Like, I started dating very young, and I mean, if you want to go into my story, we can go into it later, but I settled down very young. And then from there, I had multiple relationships that were long, like 2 to 3 years each. And then finally, when I was 21, I was like, you know what? I need to really date. I want to know what it's like to date and just go out and have fun and like not be controlled by someone and not have to tell someone where I am and not have to answer their phone call or respond to every text. And I don't know, I just wanted that feeling of freedom and really being myself and just not really caring, right? And that's what you want. Give me a thumbs up if you agree with that. Unless someone completely sweeps you off your feet, which is what happened to me, then that's a different story. I mean, but it has to be that kind of thing. If you are not, and I think that is why I found the love of my life. Honestly, it's because I gave myself a chance to date, to get to know different guys, to just read the signs and know, nope, that's not what I want, nope. Because here's the thing, you're gonna get married, potentially, right? You're gonna have to put up with their flaws, right? So how will you even know someone's flaws if you haven't like dated them for a few times and like really got to know them? You don't want to get to know those flaws when it's too late, right? Are you going to be able to have children with them and raise the children together? Is he that type of guy? I remember I was in a relationship and one of my friends, like, she literally asked me, like, do you really see yourself settling down with him? Because I was like, I need to make so many different videos. I mean, I have so many videos for you guys, but I was just heartbroken and he was like cheating on me and I was like wanting to fight all these girls that he was cheating on me with. And she's just like, really? Think about it. Do you really see yourself having children with this guy and like settling down with him and getting married and like picture what it would be like you working him? Do you think he's gonna get a job? Do you think he'll provide? He might not come home some nights. He might be out and about cheating on you. Is that the life you want? Why are you still with him? Why are you still putting up with this? And I was like, oh my gosh, you are so right. What am I thinking? I had to snap out of it because it was stupid, right? It's stupid. It's like, you don't even think, like, is that the life that I want? Is that what I want to go through? No, that's not what I want. So think about it. When you're dating because it might be someone you spend the rest of your life with. And if this person is not someone you see yourself spending the rest of your life with and you're just having fun, then just have fun. By the way, I'm also making a video on what to look for in a man, so make sure that you check that out because I want to go into detail on like what to look for in a man. These are like the 3 things I suggest that you do with the guy that you're dating so that you can see different things. The first date that I highly suggest that you do is go to dinner with them. And I'm talking like a nice dinner, not just like McDonald's, Jack in the Box. Like, at least go to BJ's or go to like Chili's, the Cheesecake Factory, and go somewhere nice. Sit down so you can, like, it has a good ambiance. Depending on your age, like if you're older, then have them take you to a very nice restaurant on Sunset. Go to Boa's Steakhouse. I mean, get your dinner on, girl. Let him wine and dine you. So that just depends on your age. But that will also show actually what kind of guy you're dating, depending on where he takes you and if he makes reservations, that kind of thing. The reason why I'm saying you want to do a dinner is because this is where you get to know that person. This is where you get to ask questions. And if the guy wants more than just to sleep with you, he's going to also be asking you questions and you get to answer questions. So you get to know each other. You get to know his mind, his goals. Obviously you don't want to be interviewing, but it's just fun to get to know each other, get to learn a little bit about his past, learn about where he's at in life and where he's going. Him with you too, right? So, and you get to see, does he have a sense of humor? Is he uptight? Like, am I vibing with his energy? Are we vibing spiritually? That kind of thing. Even physically, sometimes you may think that you're physically attracted to someone, but you go on a date and you're like, actually I'm not, you know? So this is gonna be your opportunity after that night to decide whether or not you want to go on a second date. And I highly suggest a second and third date before you actually like really start dating and taking a guy serious. Give me a like if you know what I mean. Because you might have dinner with this guy and then you have dinner the next night with someone else and the next night with someone else. I mean, you are as free as a bird, like I said. Or there might be another guy that you already had dinner with last week, and this week you're giving him another chance. You're like, okay, you know what? You passed that test. I like where you were, where you're going, where you're at, that kind of thing. I vibed with you. Let's do something else. And then the second date, I suggest that you do either the second or the third date. So these next 2 don't have to be in order, but I highly suggest that you go watch a movie in a theater together. Why? Because it's an intimate setting. This is where you are going to see if you feel comfortable with them in a movie, right? So like, they're being kind of weird or you're just feeling friend vibes, you'll be able to tell, like, if he holds your hand or puts his arm around you, do you like being close to him? Do you like that intimacy? Don't kiss, you know, but don't get me wrong, if it is a man that is like so irresistible that you guys are just, you can't resist each other and you just start making out, you don't even watch the movie, you're making out all night, I mean, that's because it really, like, you guys really have strong chemistry. But I'm saying, if you can resist that and really try not to, even though you guys are like dying to do it, if you can just, like, I don't know, be in that flirty stage, but it still feels right, it still feels good, and you're watching a movie together, there's something about it, and you will know whether or not you should go on to the next stage. And I'm telling you, just don't force it. Like, you will know, your body knows, your soul knows, your mind knows, like, you know, but sometimes you want to ignore the signs, you want to just like brush it under the rug and keep going. No, don't do that. So you know what, I did just make a video on what is a toxic relationship. Go watch that, because then you'll know what the toxic signs are. The third, and it's not like the last thing, like there could be multiple dates, right? But I feel like these 3 kind of dates is where you'll know if you really like a guy or not. So the third kind of date is, I would do something like go watch a live show, like go watch a play or a musical, or maybe go play miniature golfing. Do something physical. You can even go play golf, or it just depends on your age, right? But like, you want to get outside your comfort zone. Like, I think something very fun to do is to go to a theme park, go on some rides together, that kind of thing, to where like you're standing in line, you're talking, you're eating, you know, during the break, you are going on these fun rides with them. Can you hold their hand? Do you guys vibe on that same level? Maybe when you're playing miniature golfing, you'll see, is he into that, is he not? Whatever you guys are into, right? Maybe go watch a basketball game if you guys are both into basketball, or tennis, whatever it is that you guys are into. I feel like go and do something fun, something exciting, something where you have to be kind of active and you're talking to other people, there's other people around, right, where you kind of have to interact and you'll see how they are with them. And I think a big thing obviously is if you can go with a group of friends, with either his friends or your friends, and you can see how the vibe goes with that. I mean, I don't know. When I was in my dating phase, I didn't really let my friends see the guys I was dating because it wasn't serious, right? So I feel like that's more of like when you really get serious. But there was one friend that with my husband, I was like, let me see what she thinks. Let's see what the vibe is. And I introduced them, and just because I really felt like he was the one, and he really was the one. But you want to go on that kind of date, and then you will really see like, oh my gosh, she's so much fun. I had the best time. We had such a good time. We laughed. We did this, whatever. It'll just help you really confirm that this guy should really be taken more serious, right? Before you actually become boyfriend and girlfriend and take it to the next level. Because I feel like 3 or 4 dates are enough for you to know if you're feeling them mentally, spiritually, physically. Another thing I will say is like even their body odor, right? So there's this guy I was dating, and I remember I thought he was so cute. I thought he was smart, talented, all these things. But when he hugged me and I smelled him, like I think it might have been a movie or somewhere where I got really close to him, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't. And I remember saying like, hey, you should put some lotion on, because I thought maybe he needed lotion or something. Other time that I saw him, I just was aware of it, and I was like, let me smell him again and see if it was just a one-time thing. And no, it was like his body odor, and I was just like, I can't do that. Like even though he's so freaking cute, he's smart, he's all these things, I can't. I mean, like, body odor is a thing. Give me a like if you know what I mean, right? So like that's even a thing where scientifically, like, you aren't attracted to everyone's scent. So even that alone, like, can you imagine spending the rest of your life with someone where you don't like how they smell? Like that shit, like literally their body odor, just their natural body odor. That's horrible. So just even be aware of that. Okay, ladies, so that is how you date men. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Did I miss anything? Do you think that I make a point here? Did you understand where I'm coming from? I mean, this is so serious. I really feel like women need to know this, and so that's why I made this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you in my next video. Besitos.